we have some new relics, and I have some math for you when it comes to the friendly forager to let you know whether this is what you want. So if you pick this, when you gather resources from woodcutting, fishing, mining, and hunting, the forager's pouch will find and store a random grimy herb limited to herbs your herb lore level plus 25 can clean, whilst also providing a small amount of token XP when one is found. This will work when this pouch is going to be in your inventory or equipped. Now, what this means is, as far as I'm aware, is that once this pouch is full, you will no longer be getting herbs. So as your herbalore level goes up, you can get more herbs, which means you're going to be able to not touch this pouch longer if you choose. Now, how many herbs are we talking? Well, I did the math, and if, according to the Discord, it says it's a 9-tick cooldown. So if you were to on-tick do this, it would be 666 herbs an hour. Now, you're not going to get that when doing training methods, but you could say, I don't know, about 600 sounds better. Now, you might be wondering, well, if I'm tick perfect, how often would I have to empty this pouch? And the answer would be about 40 minutes, I believe. It's about 40 minutes. So what does this all mean? Well, that means that, let's say you have the fishing relic and you're out fishing. Every so often, what you can choose to do if you want is bring this pouch with you, and because you have the fishing relic and everything is auto-banked, you can press withdraw, and it will auto-withdraw all of them in noted form. So that would empty your pouch and allow you to get all the herbs again. But let's say you specifically need Raynars for whatever reason. Well, what you can do at that point is you can take your Raynar, and you can let the pouch fill up or fill it up yourself, and take only the Raynars out. And then the only herb you're going to get are the Raynars. And then it's 30 of each herb, I believe, so that means that every X number of ticks, you'd have to go in and open your pouch to take out all the Raynars to be able to refill it. But if you've got 2 or 3 herbs, maybe you only want 2 or 3 of the highest tier herbs because you're training and you want to be as fast as possible, that might not be that bad. Now, with that being said, I think a lot of people just empty the whole pouch in, or if they're doing something like off-style, off-relic, wood cutting, maybe you equip the pouch and you just go dump it when you bank, right? But let's continue. There's more, of course. The forager's pouch works like an herb sack and shares an inventory with it, so you can't double dip. Additionally, you gain the following benefits to herb lore when crafting potions. Secondary ingredients have a 90% chance not to be consumed. This stacks additively with other sources. So if you're going Varlamore and you do the Mastering Mixology and you get a hold of those goggles, you just don't run out. So that's pretty cool. I expect some people are going to take this, and because they don't lose the secondary, they're going to really go hard and try to get the best potions at all times, because you also get 4 doses. It's really good for that if you want to keep supplying yourself with potions, which also makes me think we're probably not getting a combat relic that will keep your stats boosted. But there's more, of course. There's other options. You don't have to take this. We also have Corner Cutter. Upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Sage's Greaves. While equipped, Sage's Greaves will grant XP based on your agility level while you run. Also, I do want to mention real quick before I go off of this, while it says a token amount, depending on if we get an Equilibrium relic, if that Equilibrium relic can affect that token amount, that could end up being a very high amount of XP over time. But just theoretically, we don't know that yet. So let's go back to this. Completing an agility course grants 2 completion count and 25% bonus XP. Marks of Grace will also spawn with 10,000 coins, double quantity of pyramid tops, hollowed marks, and Brimhaven vouchers, and crystal shards from agility. Okay, so if you're taking Desert, you get the pyramid tops. If you do the Hollow Sepulchre, you get the marks. And if you're doing Brimhaven, which everyone has access to Brimhaven, you get the vouchers. And then if you're doing T, you get the crystal shards. So this is very similar to part of Trickster last league. From what I can tell, this one is probably the least liked. A lot of people hate agility. A lot of people are basically saying they would just level up till they get shortcuts and stop. So personally, I'll talk at the end about my thoughts for my plans. And then we have Dodgy Deals. You gain the following benefits to thieving. Pickpocketing an NPC will also pickpocket all NPCs of a similar type in an 11-11 square, granting extra loot for each NPC pickpocketed. Now, to be clear, this is absolutely crazy at certain locations, right? Like, certain locations, you're going to pickpocket a lot. But please understand, you are getting loot, not getting XP from all of those. So in those like new added chances of like, let's say something can be pickpocketed and give you a medium clue, and you yank out that medium clue, and there's 5 NPCs there, you would get, my reading of it, 5 medium clues. Of course, because medium clues you can stack in leagues. Or let's say you're doing blood shards. You would get, let's say there's four within range. When you pull a blood shard, you get 4 of them, but you don't get XP for all of the thieving all of them. So that kind of sucks. 100% success rate on all thieving checks. Automatically repocket an NPC or stall until you can no longer do so. So this is automatic pickpocketing, but you also can do it to stalls. And they have said in the Discord that if someone comes up and thieves from that stall and they don't have this relic, then it breaks it for you. Okay? It'll break it for you. That's what they said in the Discord. So if your day 1 stall plans for any popular stall, it's not going to work out for you. Don't do it. The thieving of multiple individuals does not need line of sight either. Items obtained from pickpocketing are noted. Maximum coin pouch count increased by 3 times. Stalls do not deplete when you steal from them. So that's probably how the re-pickpocketing works, is because it doesn't deplete. Well, it will deplete if someone steals from it. So this is all of them. And what are my thoughts? This is really, really nice for people that aren't taking an area that has really good crafting, I guess. Because you can basically just get the fire cape, go down, and if you have access to ice gloves, you can do mass stealing of gems in Takul from, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 of those little guys down there at the same time. So you're talking, I mean, that would handle you wanting an onyx because you can AFK. That would handle your crafting. I mean, it would be really nice. My problem with this is I'm taking desert. And desert gives me blackjacking if I want it. It gives me squirking. And these things are going to have tasks, so I'm going to have to do some level of them, right? It gives me also agility pyramid, and I'm going to have to do that. And I'm also taking the wilderness. So guess what? The wilderness has agility. Really, really good agility. Really good agility experience. Really good agility rewards. And those rewards are not doubled. My wilderness agility points, according to this relic here, are not doubled. So for me, that kind of sucks. And then when it comes to thieving, for me, I have wilderness. If I get to Rogue's Chest thieving is just a ton of XP per hour, a ton of really good rewards. It's not automatically done. I would still have to manually do it. So for me, this relic here would be really, really nice, like day 1. I maybe use it for like ore stalls as well. Like first few days, this sounds fantastic. But the issue is first few days, I'm also probably going to be out trying to do other things instead of sitting there and thieving. Maybe not. Agility, I just don't think has a purpose for me. And that's where I'm left with Forager's Pouch, because I have an issue with Forager's Pouch. You see, I have how do I want to put this? I am going range. I'm going wilderness, desert, and Fremennik. And that's my plan. So for me, I do not have really good ways to get herb pouches, patches. I don't have really good farming XP. So I was considering the farming relic, right? If I'm considering the farming relic, part of that was, it wasn't going to be much. I have wilderness, so I get plenty of herbs. But I was thinking, maybe it would help my herb lore a little bit. Do I need it if I take this? Because these other 2 I don't think I need. And then if I'm going farming relic, how much is that going to suck without the thieving? Because I could thieve a master farmer, AFK that, and fill out a lot of my allotments. Well, some of my allotments from that master farmer. For like ages because of the amount you keep. I think right now for me, I'm thinking about taking Friendly Forager. The downside of this would be, and it's not really a super downside because the only thing that would maybe benefit during that time would be Corner Cutter. I'm planning to do a lot of Temperos just because I like Temperos. I like it as like a just a fun little thing to do. So I would probably not take my pouch into Temperos because I guess I could and then bank periodically, but I believe we have private Temperos instances now, and I was planning to just grind it out. I guess I could like set a like remember like every 10 Temperoses go dump it or something like that. And the fact that I don't lose the secondaries, I don't think matters that much to me. Maybe there's some niche case I'm not thinking about that it would be really good. But I think I just take this. I think I just take Forager's Pouch because I'm going Banknote. And because I'm going Banknote, my biggest worry for, I want to say, well, here's the thing. There are certain farming locations I'd like to do that require me to get good clue scroll stuff. And I want to do what is essentially a pseudo total recall, because once I do Desert Elite, I have access to the statue to reset things. I can reset my special if I want at the Ferox Enclave, and then I would have my clue scroll teleport take me back to wherever I wanted, because a lot of those are really useful. But I have to get a lot of things lined up for that, the correct clue step and all of that. Meanwhile, here, I could, mash out 1 billion prayer pots. You know what I mean? I could really do that if I wanted to. I could really just go ham and have so many prayer pots that I'd never have to worry about prayer again and things like that. And I don't know, it's tempting. And what's nice is because of the length of time it would take if I just allow the whole thing to fill instead of picking specific herbs, or maybe I will pick specific herbs but try to get it to about 25 minutes, and I could literally do the 25-minute AFK Karambwans or Dark Crabs, and then I could click this and just dump the herbs in my inventory and re-click the fishing spot and just remain active that way, and basically be AFK fishing, AFK herb lore, gathering for my herb lore, plus that. Theoretically, because it's on a different tier, I could also do AFK farming at the same time. And then theoretically, because I'm pretty sure it's another different tier, I could do AFK magic with Golden God, which I don't think I need. But I could do a lot. This is going to be like an AFK league, right? A lot of AFK stuff. I just can't. My problem is, day one, I'm going to wish I had this, right? Day one, I'm going to wish I had Dodgy Deals. I'm going to wish I had it. Day two, maybe I'm going to wish I had it. Day three, I'm going to wish I had this. I think in all cases. So, especially if Equilibrium works with this token XP, maybe that's the point. If that's the point, I'll consider it. That might work.